Michael, we're 4,500 miles apart. You're in America and I'm in Sweden. Still, I was able to fix your home theater by remote calibration. And 2 years down the line, how does it sound?
It sounds magnificent. And I was skeptical that this ever could happen remotely, but you proved that it definitely can. I'm sitting in South Carolina and you're in Sweden.
How has the reactions been from friends and family?
Well, they're absolutely astounded when they come up here, and particularly the skeptics who said that this couldn't be done, well, said, "Oh my God, it can be done." And it sounds fantastic. Most people that come up here and enjoy the experience, and it's better than probably going to the local movie theater.
I used FaceTime to coach Michael how to set up his room, and then I took control over his laptop and did the remote calibration.
And it started in January of 2023 and finished in May of 2023. It's about 5 months of back and forth, you know. And we had a lot of different challenges, but I can't count how many times back and forth we either were on FaceTime or Zoom or TeamViewer and all of the devices you use to make this happen. When we started down this road, I asked a few people what they thought of doing it, and they said, "Are you nuts? You got to have the guy in the room. You're doing a calibration. Well, how can you think that you're going to be able to do it and he's going to be able to do it?" We went back and forth, and make a longer story shorter, we engaged. You convinced me that you could do it, and obviously you did it. Or we wouldn't be having this conversation in the at all if you didn't do it, and if I wasn't very, very happy with what you did. And it was a fascinating process, which took 5 months, give or take.
So I was up for the challenge. I have done remote calibration before, but of course we have the Atlantic Ocean in between us. There's this small thing called time difference that kind of makes everything take so much more time to get the time to hook up. But so you had your installer telling you not to go for it, and you had Chris, your son-in-law, telling
I'm
you
not
not
even
to
going to
do it.
mention my wife, who said, "What's this going to cost?" And you know what? I didn't tell her. I have found it's a lot better. Don't give her the exact price. I said, it's not a problem. I said, it's going to be more technical than financial. So, it was a fascinating experience. And both of those guys, the ones that said, "Don't do this, you're going to waste your money," when they sat here and listened and watched, I have a lot of concert videos, particularly the guy who saw me the TV. He said, "This is the greatest sounding home theater I've ever been in. And the only thing that could match it was a professional studio that had equipment that was probably $250,000. He was just amazed at the sound. And because he had been in my room several times, because he sold me a lot of product, he understood what the sound was. So the bottom line was, both of those guys who said, "Don't do this," were super impressed. What can I say?